Today is Wednesday of the third week of Lent. Many viewing today's video reflection are probably familiar with a popular TV series, Law and Order. The series focuses on police detectives working with lawyers from the district attorney's office, and they address various crimes and eventually bring people to trial to determine their guilt or their innocence. Running through each episode of Law and Order is the actual civil law itself. Regardless of the crime, the emotions, or the circumstances, what does the law say? How the law helps to keep order. In today's gospel, Jesus stresses the importance of the Jewish law. The Israelites had many laws to live by. The laws had been given to them by God through Moses. Many often think, when you think of the law and Moses, you think of the 10 Commandments. Although there were many more laws, over 600 laws that the Jews were to live by. In fact, the laws were named after Moses. They're referred to as the Mosaic Law. Most of these laws are found in the Old Testament, in the books of Leviticus and Deuteronomy. For centuries, the Jews lived by these Mosaic laws because the Jews were, at this point, a tribal group of people surrounded predominantly by pagan nations. The Mosaic laws, keeping the Mosaic laws, helped to keep them unified, provide them order and discipline, while revealing what God was asking of them and reassuring them through the law of how deeply God loves them and bless them and strengthen their faith. Adherence to the Mosaic laws was absolutely critical for the survival of the Jews and their faith. However, centuries later, many people were critical of Jesus because they felt that he and his disciples were not keeping the Mosaic laws. In today's gospel passage, Jesus reassures them not only of the importance of the Mosaic law, but how Jesus kept the laws. Jesus goes on to say that he, Jesus, the Son of God, came to fulfill all the laws. In fact, all the laws led and lead us to Jesus. Jesus gives us, he said, a new law found in the Gospels, which focuses on two laws in particular: the love of God and the love of our neighbor. The new law, or the new covenant, is found throughout the Gospels. Jesus, just as with the Jews, the Mosaic law kept them together in their faith strong, striving to live the laws that Jesus has given us in the Gospels, the law of Christ, keeps us as Christians living in a very secular world, keeps us united, keeps us focused, keeps us disciplined, keeps us knowing the will of God, and reassures us of God's love for us. We may not always appreciate the laws of God that Jesus gave to us. We may not always understand its purpose. They may not always be evident. But it's actually the gospel, the laws of Christ, that keeps us close to God, keeps us united, and it's the law that gives order to our life. Thanks for listening to the video.